Shalom, shalom, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Real Serious Productions. You should know by now I go by the name of Miss EYG or Miss Aria, whichever way you want to call me. And welcome to Real Serious Productions. Okay, and this video is going to be very brief. It's going to be very short and sweet. But before I get started with the topic of the video, I want to say thank you and welcome back to all of my regular viewers. For my new viewers, welcome. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when I do make new content and videos. That being said, I kind of took a little bit of a brief hiatus of posting videos, but I have been working on more lessons. I've been researching, so anytime I'm going a week or so without posting videos, I want to keep you guys informed that I am working, I am doing my own research, and I am a CEO of my own business. So you know, my jewelry and t-shirt and lip gloss, and so I'm handling a lot of different things at one time. So when I go 1 week without posting videos, it's because I'm juggling all these other things, and then I'm, you know, recording music and, you know, doing music videos and things like that. So I got my hands tied with doing so much. For a person that works from home, I'm still constantly very busy, doing so many things at one time because it's just me now. So I have a lot that I have to get in order and keep in order. But yeah, that's a brief story on that. Okay, and in today's video, I'm going to pretty much be talking about, I get this question a few times, you know, about my spirituality, about the journey that I've gone on and things like that. So I'm not going to get too much into it because I do have a testimony video where I really get into detail of what happened. And my husband has a testimony video that he made before he passed on. And both of those testimony videos are on this channel. So if you guys want to check out Era's testimony, my testimony, and Obi, my husband's testimony, be sure to check out those videos so you can get a little bit more of a glimpse of who we are and where, you know, what kind of transpired into us making this change, okay? But as I said, I'm going to speak briefly because I get quite a few questions about it. So no need to get your Bibles out for this video, but this is just a little bit of who I am as a person, so you guys can feel like you can get to know me, and for those people that did know me can get a little bit more of an understanding of who Aria is now versus the area or the era that I used to be, or the woman that I used to be, because I didn't go by the name Era then. But yeah, that's what we will be discussing in this video. Okay, so as I was saying, guys, I get, you know, I get this question quite a few times. So I'm making this video, not that I owe anyone any explanation, but I want people to fully understand who I am now versus the person that I used to be. And I say that because there are, you know, a lot of people, like former classmates, former friends, and even family members that see the person that I am today, and based off the person that I used to be some years ago, you know, I get it. They see this drastic change. And a lot of them do have questions that they ask me, and quite a few of my family members or friends, they have questions, but I can tell they want to ask me, but they're either afraid to ask, or they just choose not to ask. I don't know. And again, like I said, I'm not making this video to be judgmental to anybody. this is just me, I know these questions arise, so I wanted to take the time out to pretty much explain, not explain, but kind of like give you guys an idea, because there's certain things that I hear that, or that probably have been said or haven't been said. And like I said, I'm not doing this to explain myself, because I owe no one an explanation. Only one person I owe anything to is the Most High. So I'm not doing it for an explanation, but I want those who, you know, who have questions and they might not feel comfortable coming to me. I don't know why, but this is just for those family members and friends. Like, okay, you see this change, you kind of get it, but you kind of don't get it, and that's fine. Not everyone is gonna understand. Not everyone is gonna get it, and not everyone is going to like it. And I'm fully aware of that. But anywhere that I can help, clear up any confusion, that's what I want to do. So again, I'm making this video to clear up any confusion or misunderstanding as to what happened, who I am today, and as I said, the person that I used to be is very, very different for the woman that I am today. And I wanted to go on record that I'm not perfect. Okay, I've grown a lot within these 4 or 5 years. When I made this change, I've grown a lot. I have, but I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to pretend to be perfect to anyone. I still have a lot of things that I have to grow in, and things that I have to change within myself. So I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to put on this facade of being this two goody shoes that know it all. I know I don't know it all. But I do know more now and understand now about myself and about this life, and about certain things in our lives. I do know more now than I did 5 years ago. I will say that. So the first question I get asked is, my religion. It's clear that I'm not a Christian. Okay, I am no longer a Christian. I haven't been associated with being a Christian ever since 5 years ago when I first came into the knowing. Yes, like most of you, I was also raised in a Christian home. That's all my family knew. I grew up in a Christian background. That's all my family knew. That's all most of our families knew is Christianity. Okay, and I even said it in my testimony video. Like, even as a Christian, I still felt certain things wasn't right. I still felt that it was a piece of me that was missing, or answers that I was seeking that wasn't being, questions, that I was seeking, and I really wasn't getting those answers, that I was kind of like set my spirit to be like, okay, I feel that's, you know what I mean? I get asked, well, because I no longer eat pork anymore. Am I a Muslim? Am I a Jehovah's Witness? And I want to go on record that I'm even though I'm no longer a Christian, I'm no longer considered a Christian. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, and I'm not a Muslim either. Okay, and that's where the confusion comes from, because a lot of things that I used to do, I don't do anymore. As far as I'm always fully covered. I wear hair wraps. I don't wear head wraps all the time, but sometimes, or majority of the times, I'm gonna wear a head wrap, and that's something that my family and friends never seen me do, never seen me, fully covered and not exposing my body and things like that. I'm not judging anyone, but this is something, I'm speaking in Era's perspective. I'm speaking for Era, and so I'm not judging anyone, but these are some things that I used to do and I no longer take a part in, and that this change didn't happen overnight. Okay, it might have happened because certain people are like, oh, I'm seeing her, you know what I mean? But it's like I said before, like, I've grown a lot now, but I have so much more to grow. But yes, I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not a Christian. Okay. And like I said, that's where some of the confusion actually comes from. And what else I get asked? Like I said, if you guys want to know fully, you know, I'm basically telling you guys some things that I kind of left out of my testimony. So what the things I don't speak on here, I already spoke about it in my testimony, as far as, you know, the entire journey, how it happened, things like that. So if you guys haven't checked out my testimony and my husband's testimony video, I would do that, and then so you can kind of get a full understanding of where I'm going with this and where what all of this came about and things like that. You can check it out on this playlist, Biblical Truth Unveiled. This should be one of the very first few videos. He has a testimony video, I have a testimony video, and then I combined a questionnaire, certain questions. It's called an interview that I gave him before he passed on, and then I interview, you know, my little sister. Shout out to my little sister. She interviewed me, and I kind of combined it and made it one video. So we have interviews, our testimony, and then this video here. So you can kind of wrap them all into one and understand who we are and what happened. And I get asked a few times, well, if you're not a Christian, you don't belong to a church home, you're not a Jehovah. So yeah, like I was saying, you know, I'm not any of those things. I don't belong to a church. I have a spiritual and a more personal connection with the Most High, which allows me to, all praises to the Most High, allow me, because I have a personal relationship with him, and no, there's no middle person, there's no middle anything, it's just him and I. He allowed me to understand and to learn so much knowledge that is rare. It's very rare knowledge. And it's another reason why I decided not to be a Christian anymore, because a lot of things that the Most High has personally shown me and taught me, I haven't learned in the Christian home. I haven't learned, you know, attending Sunday services, and I'm not judging anyone who has, but that's just something that worked out for me. And you know, hence the change that I'm going through, which is something that you're supposed to do. Life is about change. And I get, you know, asked, you know, but since you're not belonging to any church home or anything like that, are you in a cult, or anything like that? I don't belong to any religion, okay, and I don't belong to a cult. Again, what I have gone through is a personal and spiritual journey. It's just myself and the Most High, okay? The creator of heaven and earth, the creator of all things. It's just him and I. There's no middleman, okay? And I just follow the laws and statutes and commandments that are in the Bible. And a lot of people would say, well, that means you're in a religion. That means if you read scripture, you believe in the Bible, you're in a religion. But what they fail to realize is our Bible was never meant to be a religious book. It was made into a religious book, but it is a spiritual book, okay? And is also our history book. Us black people, quote unquote black people, right? The Hebrews. It is our history book. It is not a religious book. It was made to be a religious book, but it's not a religious book, okay? It is a spiritual book. It is a book for, you know, a way of living. And the more that we would come to terms with it and do actually everything that the Most High intended us to do from that book, the better our outcome would be, the better we would be as a people, and the better we would be as a whole, you know. And then, you know, he can be able to bring forth change. So those were just a few things that I wanted to tell you that I'm not, okay? So you can understand what I ain't or what I'm not. But yeah, I keep the biblical laws only. As I said, it's not a religious book. It was never meant to be a religious book. It's actually our history book. I also have another video on that as well, explaining further as to what I mean when I say that it's the Black People's History book. I have a video on the Deuteronomy 28 curses, and on this channel, and I have, you know, our color and our heritage part 1 and part 2. So if you guys want to look at that and actually get into or see what I mean when I say that it's our history book, because that's me going further into it. Yeah, so if you guys haven't checked it out, it's in this playlist as well, so just check it out. What else? Oh, another thing that people would ask is, you know, well, why do you, if you're not in a religion, well, why do you keep the laws of the Bible? Again, like I said, it was never meant to be a religious book, but it, Most High made Moses, I said Roses, what the heck? Made Moses write this law for us, his people, and we were supposed to keep them for generations to come. And it was written in Hebrew text. Okay, if you guys do further research, you will understand and come to know. One of the very first things that my husband and I learned is that the Bible was not originally written in English. Okay, it was written in Hebrew, in the Hebrew language. And over time, as the years, you know, went on, and you know, Christianity came into play, and all these different religions and things like that, then it was translated into English. So this is another reason why certain things get confused or mixed in, and it's a whole lot of plagiarism going on with certain scriptures and things like that. And I even had some people tell me, you know, why do you read or take everything that the Bible says for word for word when it was written by the white man? Correction, it was not written by the white man, okay? It was written from the Most High through Moses. Moses wrote it, okay? Moses wrote the Torah, which is aka the Bible, right? And he did it in the time that the Most High called him to spend 40 days and 40 nights on top of the mountain, right? He caused Moses to write the Bible. Now, it was translated, and, you know, certain things were taken out, and, you know, certain things were added and all that. Yeah, that happened with the white man, but the white man did not write our Bible, okay? The Most High had Moses write our Bible. So that's the one thing that our people need to get into understanding as well. The white man or our oppressors, they did not write the Bible. Yeah, they rewrote it to make it fit their narrative, but they are not, you know, we shouldn't give them that much power that they were able to write this entire book themselves. It just didn't happen. Yeah, they plagiarized it and switched some things and took things out, and, you know, but if you allow the Most High, all praises to the Most High, to move through you and to use you, he will show you, you know, okay, that's not right, or this is right. You know, he will elevate you to understand with his understanding, not your own, as to what is supposed to be understood. Yeah, they plagiarized it. Yeah, they switched some things. Yeah, they took out things. They added things, and they did a lot. But if you allow the Most High to step into your life and to move in your, you know, on your behalf for you, he will definitely show you what needs to be, you know, what needs to be seen. Scripture even says it. You know, there's no hidden deed that won't be revealed again. So the Most High does these things. The Most High reveals things to us, and the Most High convicts your spirit that if you're walking in ways that are not along with his scripture, he's going to convict your spirit, meaning he's going to make you feel guilty on the inside. This is what happened to me. You know, I didn't know certain things that I was doing was unpleasing to him until I start reading these scriptures, and I'm like, man, I was doing this wrong. Like, I was eating pork and we're not supposed to eat pork. I was doing this and I wasn't supposed to be doing this. And it convicted my spirit and made me want to change. Made me want to be like, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. It's against the Most High. I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? And it's just something about when you read the scriptures, that's what the word is supposed to do. It's supposed to convict your spirit to the point that you want to change. Convict your spirit because your spirit is doing wrong. But when you read off those out his scriptures of what you're doing wrong, he's convicting your spirit. So you're like, you know what? I didn't know I was doing wrong, and now I'm seeing I'm doing wrong, and no one else was teaching me I was doing wrong, but his scripture is teaching me I'm doing wrong. Let me not do it anymore. Let me kind of move this way, and let me change and see how my outcome will be. Let me change and see, the different things, you know what I mean? Like that old saying goes, old keys doesn't unlock new doors, and like that's, if you're going to continue on being the same person doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same outcome. You can't expect a new outcome when you're still doing the same thing. So I just thought that was something that I should point out. Sorry guys, I'm looking at my notes because I'm not perfect. So if I just want to make sure I get all the points here. But yeah, man, you guys, don't take my word for it. Just do your own research, okay? And when we do our own research, we will come to understand why everything is happening the way it is happening. Okay. We will understand that until we come back to these laws as a whole, as a people, and stop looking at it like, oh, the Bible is this, the Bible is that. It doesn't, it doesn't hold gold when it actually does. Okay. The Bible really does hold gold. So if we come back to keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, we will see that everything that we have been doing as of late is the result of, us not keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments first. Okay? By us going away thinking, oh, the Bible doesn't hold gold, the Bible is not nothing, and having this attitude, that's why our people are where we're at, That's why it's so much racism in the world. That's why it's so many of our people getting slain and killed in the streets left and right, and it's going to continue on until we come back as a whole, as people, keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, and getting to know Him, okay? We are in the land of our captivity for a reason, because our ancestors, they worship other idols, wood and stone, and I have a video on that as well. If you guys want to look into that. Worshiping other idols and doing all these things that the Most High never wanted us to do. And we're still doing it in this day. And this is why racism is at a high. That's why our people are being killed left and right. Okay? That's why all this wickedness is happening to no other nation but ours. Like, when my husband first came into the knowing and he started showing me and explaining to me the things that the Most High was moving him to understand, it made a light bulb go out in my head. Because remember I stated before, like me attending Sunday services, me going to church, me learning the Bible and understanding it how someone else told me to know it, it still was like, no, something wasn't right. It still was like something's missing. Like I couldn't put my finger on it. But when the Most High started revealing things to my husband and start showing my husband certain things, and he would show me and tell me, and I start seeking, it causes me to start seeking and learning things as well. That's when a light bulb went off in my head. It was like, this is it. This is everything that all the answers, the questions and stuff that I've had in my head, that light bulb went out for me. And I was like, man, that's it. That is it. You know what I'm saying? So I knew, first of all, I know my husband since we were both 15 and 16 years old in high school. So when he started speaking a certain way and started researching in certain things and start speaking certain things that I've never heard him speak before, I knew to believe him, because I'm like, first of all, I know he's not crazy. I've known this man since forever, so he's not crazy. And then it just, I just can't explain it. It's just like something that went through my spirit and was like, this is it. This is the answer to all these questions that I've always had in the back of my mind, and no one ever was able to answer them. And it started happening even more and even more once I started reading the Bible for myself. Once I started making these changes for myself. Once I started, like the Bible says, you have to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And that's what I started to do. And once I started doing that's when the Most High really started showing me certain things. He started showing me what I was doing as a woman that wasn't right. What I was doing as an individual, as a person that wasn't right with him. All these things, he started pouring it out to me, and that started changing me. Like, it didn't happen overnight, and I'm not saying that it's going to, but I just know that over time I just started feeling myself becoming more of who the Most High wanted me to be versus who I wanted to be. Who I thought I wanted to be. I started being who I really, really am. And that's why I say I'm never going to apologize for this change. I'm never going to apologize for who I am now. I'm never going to apologize for anything that I'm doing right now, because I know that I am now on the path that the Most High wants me to be at. Whether it's wearing the head wraps, whether it's making sure that I'm not, boobies all out, butt all out, or anything like that. Yeah, I used to be a certain way, and like I said, I'm not perfect. I hold myself to a higher standard now, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just that later, earlier on in my life, obviously I was a different person. I dressed different, I talked different, and I carried myself different. And it's everyone that looking at me now was like, well, what happened to years ago? Like, you're completely different. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I'm still working on myself. I'm still working on my vocabulary. I'm still working on me. I'm never gonna be satisfied with just being me. I want to go higher. I want to be better. I want to do better. And I want to help others to do the same. And that's what this life should be about. We should try to elevate ourselves and help others want to elevate themselves. We shouldn't be pushing each other down. We shouldn't have, hatred in our heart towards anyone, especially the people that are around us, especially our families and our friends and things like that. So, that's it. That's the whole idea of why I came up with this channel. My husband and I were supposed to do this channel together before his unfortunate passing. But I said, you know what? I'm still here. The Most High is still giving me a chance. So I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to help our people. Like the Most High made, he brought us to the knowing, right? All praises to the Most High that he made us to understand and allowed us to understand and come into so much knowledge. And our jobs, knowing this so much, is, to help those that maybe don't know but have questions. And, it's the whole idea is to get everybody back to the Most High so we can see a difference. Because all this voting is not going to make a difference. The marching, the looting, all of this nonsense that we're trying to take upon ourselves is not going to change a thing. Weren't we just doing this looting and all that stuff and marching a year ago? And not even just a year ago. When Dr. King and decades ago, marching, it doesn't bring much change. It may think you bring change, but it's not going to happen. The only change that's going to happen is, first we got to start within ourselves. We got to turn the mirrors off on ourselves and say, what am I doing wrong? What am I needing perfecting, right? Breaking the generational curses. I have a video on that. Breaking the generational curses in our home first. Coming back to the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments and what his word says. Then that will bring change. But the looting, the marching, the rallies, it's not going to change anything. Our men are still killing each other in the street. How do we want change from others shooting us down in the street? We're marching when someone else shoot our people down in the street. But when you come back home to your neighborhood, we're still shooting each other. How does that work? This is why they're laughing at us, because they're like, man, we can't take them serious. They're not going to take us serious until we take ourselves serious and say, you know what? We got to stop shooting each other. We got to come together. All these gangs and all this, we got to come together and stop killing each other over bullcrap, over nonsense. And then maybe they'll look at us and say, you know what? They coming together. Well, they're not going to anyway, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep us fighting from amongst each other, because they know that when our people come back, and they come back as a whole and come back together, when our people start coming back to the Most High collectively together, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So that's what we need to get it in our head. So that's, I wanted to make a brief video because I knew that it was certain questions like, you know, what's my religion? What's my faith? And things like that. I follow the laws of the Most High, the one and only, the creator of all things, heaven and earth. Okay? I follow my Most High. Okay? I don't belong to any religion. I belong to the Most High and the Most High only. I have a personal relationship. I pray to him and he hears me. Okay? It's just him and I. I don't have anyone in between praying for me, praying on my behalf. It's just him and I. So, that's it, guys. I just want to make a brief video. Hopefully you guys can understand a little bit of where I'm coming from. If you guys have any more questions that I didn't really get to, leave a comment. Okay? Don't be shy. Leave a comment. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to my channel because I have so much knowledge coming. So many more videos coming. So if you guys haven't, make sure you check out my Deuteronomy 28, the curses. Check out that video. Check out my color and our heritage, part 1 and part 2. Matter of fact, check out all the videos. If you have not, check out all of my videos on this channel to really kind of see what I mean when I say my husband and I both, we started, when we started this journey with the Most High, it hasn't been nothing short less than a miracle and a blessing. It is a blessing to know the things that I know. And a part of me being on this journey is sharing with my people to help bring them closer to the Most High. If I can at least bring one person, that'll make me feel like, you know what, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Because that's what it's about at the end of the day, is coming back to our true Father, coming back to our true selves, our true heritage, okay? And the only way that we're going to bring forth change is if we first bring forth change within ourselves. And then we can bring forth change in our communities, okay? But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you all. Stay blessed. Happy Sabbath. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day.